Okay, this year for the Christmas Ornament Challenge, we are making this ornament. It's cherry, it's four-sided, it's a little inside-out turning with a little Christmas tree inside of it, some glitter glow snow on it, and a little metal hook to hang it from. So if you're interested in watching me figure out how to make this, stick around. Today we are revisiting my Christmas Ornament Challenge ornament from a couple of Christmas Ornament Challenges ornaments ago. And I'm going to do inside out turning. And so I have 4 pieces of cherry here, and 2 pieces of mahogany, and 2 pieces of curly-ish maple. And I'm going to bound these together and turn out what's going to be a flat bottom and a hollowed recess. And I think I'm going to go narrower and longer this time. And then when I put it back together, I don't know if I'll do it like this or not, but I'm not going to put resin in it this time. It's going to be okay, so to put this together, I'm going to use probably not this glue because it won't come out. So let's keep thinking about that. Alright, so if somebody who sells super glue is watching, you want to send me some super glue, I could certainly use it. This stuff is basically stringy junk. Alright, well now I'm putting a little bit of wire around the end of this. I don't think it would come apart. I think I could probably use a little bit of duct tape. But anyway, this is the YouTubes and I really like my front teeth. So we're going to err on the side of caution and safety, and the safety police can go look at somebody else's videos. So those are smashed down. I'm going to be turning just in the center here anyway. I mounted it in my 4-jaw chuck and put this on the end. I decided this was a little safer than going between centers. And then I'm a little bit off here in the way it glued together. And I'm kind of thinking that I should have taken a little bit more caution. But I'm going to just go after it with this great big bowl gouge. Although, what I want to note is I want a nice square bottom in it. So I'm going to put that square bottom in it right now. And then I'm going to hollow this out up to this point. But I'm not going to touch anything else after this square bottom. Yeah, it chipped and split out and buggered on me. So that's going to be on the inside, but it's still not what I wanted. Okay, well, that's the cut that I wanted. Alright, Ray, to catch you up, what I did is I got 4 pen blanks, 2 dark ones, 2 light ones. They're 3/4 by 3/4 by 5 inches long. And I put a little bit of glue on each end and glued them together and put some wire around them to hold them. And now I'm turning them with the intent to reverse turn it. And on one end I went in nice and straight to create a really flat bottom. And that's going to be my flat bottom of the ornament when these things are reversed. And now I'm just trying to come up the edge in a nice gradual round arc, so the points will come together at the top, but at the bottom it'll be open, and you can look in through the 4 holes and see a little Christmas tree or something. So I've parted this down, and I think I'm pretty happy with how deep I parted it. I parted it down so that I'm about a 1/2 inch diameter out of the 1.5 inches at my base. And then hopefully these wings will come up with a nice gradual curve. But you can see the curl in the maple and the mahogany, and there's some chatoyance in this maple piece. So that's going to be pretty cool. So now I'm just going to get some really good cuts on this and try and get a really good angle on it and see if we can take it off. Okay, so to get this apart, I had the pieces like that. They were all like this, stuck together. And I went into the bandsaw. This end came apart while I was turning. The glue didn't really dry. So I just took it to the bandsaw, went in just a little ways, and then that came apart. And I laid it down like this with the bandsaw and just went in a little bit. And just went in a little bit. So now they're apart. Now the intent is... Alright, well, I'm kind of ready to admit failure on this one. This looks terrible in here. And I forgot how this is supposed to come together and how it's supposed to look. It actually would like it. Yeah, I would actually like it if these were all pretty and beautiful and it just came down to a point and touched at a point. So when you looked in there, you'd see a point. I knew I'd have a point out here. I just, because I cut it wrong and made it terrible the first time, I was going to try and see if I could get away with it. Alright, this is what we ended up with now that we've got it glued. I've remounted it. I really wish these were arced more, but that's alright. I'm going to bring an arc down, put a point and a knob on it, and then round the bottom and part it off. So let's rock and roll. Alright, so I started turning it, and I'm getting really thin right here, so we might be calling that pretty good. And I'm just going to try and follow that curve. So that's kind of tricky here, meeting the same curve. I dipped in a little bit right there and it shows. Okay, we're getting pretty close. I had a tiny little bit of glue come out, and I'm just cleaning that up. Alright, well there's our ornament for the year. I want to thank Alan Stratton and Carl Jacobson for putting this challenge on. It's fun every year, so thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, tell your mom.